We all bleed the same, and everyone needs to remember that. Welcome to the 365 vlog. Hello people, today is June 12th, 2016, day 164 of the 365 vlog. And, well, as many of you probably already know, there has been a shooting in Orlando. Well, this is something that's actually pretty close to me because I know a lot of people who have to deal with people throwing hate their way because of the way they choose to live their lives. And with that, I think one of the things that this whole incident has spurred is more so a conversation about humanizing people who decide to make alternative life choices outside of the norm of a system that is regulated by religion, if that makes any sense. One of the things that's happened is that people who are in same-sex relationships or identify anything other than the norm are, I think, to effect dehumanized and not seen as people because of their lifestyle choices. And that is one of the things that I guess people have to confront in this instance or in this massacre, is that people are actually people, and that no matter what your life choices are, there's no reason for you to have lost your life. And it's honestly really sad reading a lot of these things because you see people in their final moments of life and you just see the humanity in it all, just like how in that moment, if you put yourself there, how you would feel having to text your mom that it's your last moments, that you loved her, and that now you won't be able to ever see her again because someone hates you because of what you decided to do in life, and your whole potential has just been snuffed out and there's nothing else left. That right there, if anything, really just like destroyed my core, because that's just like, that's a really dark place. So one thing that the people in this whole situation don't get, they don't get any closure, because in most shootings, these guys tend to kill themselves off before anyone can ever get any answers as to why they did it. And I mean, the media finds answers that may give closure, but no one will ever get the true closure. The parents, the lovers, everyone will not get to look that man in the eyes and ask, why did you do what you did? It's just going to be all these assumptions that will be made about what happened. People need to stop hating people for their lifestyle choices and understand that other people can do what they like and that shouldn't affect them at all. And I feel like one of the themes that have been running through a lot of people's hate is religion, because of what the Bible says about people who are same-sex. And that whole thought frame right there is just the dehumanizing of people. Yet again, I'm using that word. And taking away their humanity because they chose a certain lifestyle choice. So it is justified that they needed to die, and that is just wrong. That's just really wrong, and I don't agree with that. And another line of this, shootings seem to happen like just about every other month, or it's very quick in the news as the hot topic about everyone talking about. I mean, 50 people have died in this incident, and to one degree, before I started reading the stories, I had the initial reaction of just being unfazed by it, because it's one of those things that doesn't happen to you, so it's distant, but you feel bad. But it's just you keep getting bombarded with it. At one point the media just makes it almost seem normal, and it's always pray for this place, pray for this place. But then do you pray for these people, the people who have died, but you think that they should be demonized or dehumanized because they're not people? That's another question for another day, but I'm just questioning it as I'm talking here. You should really just take the time to love everyone. I mean, just love who you love. Don't hold hate in your heart, because it doesn't do anything for you at the end of the day. It doesn't change the world. It won't make it any better than you think it does by hating someone, and it's not helping anyone at all. I mean, I'm not saying spread the love. I'm just saying understand what your hatred is doing. So now that brings me back to the conversation I talked about at the beginning of the video. It's conversation about people who identify as a whole range of things, and how the conversation has started now is that people can start talking about them as people or understanding their stories, because now you've had to lose people to understand what value they had, because before there weren't any. And now, even if there's a conversation, there are a lot of people who still don't want to listen because it doesn't fall within what they believe in. And hopefully one day we can get to a place where this doesn't need to be a thing, where people need to die for there to be maybe change, or even just to start a conversation to change a mind frame of people's thought, which maybe even to one instance won't even get changed. So, I mean, something that's been in place for so long, people may not change their minds. So it's very hard. That's not to say you should give up, but I also think that you should at least try. This is like the first step in many that have been made over years, and I just hope that everyone can spread the love instead of spreading the hate, because it does not help at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today. It's a pretty sombering topic. Didn't really want to talk about it, but too many of those stories that I read actually really brought out true despair and sadness, just putting myself in that place, because that's like a crazy ass fear. That's when you really confront what is going to like just end you, one person, because they decided that you need to die. Whew, that's too much. That's some heavy ass shit. Usually this is where I'll put the outro, but I don't even want to say I hope you enjoyed the video. I just hope you understood the message. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time, guys. It's a little bit different because this is a little bit too hard. Anyways, I'm Vandal. Don't forget to keep it 365, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. It may seem a bit neurotic at first, but what you want to do is try and schedule your day out as much as possible to a T, and that's what I'm trying to do to make sure I don't waste any time. So what I do in the morning is I try to wake up at 8, then I try to get in a quick 30-minute workout, and then I try and have breakfast.